Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. There's an exhaust fan, and how come the cover plate's off? Well, the first reason why I took that cover down was because they just got done painting in here, and I told the painters that I'd help them out any way I could. And so one of the things I did was I took the cover plates, the lens covers off of these light fixtures, and I thought, I'm just going to take that down because it's so easy and quick to take one of those down. Why mask it off and put tape on it exactly perfect and then paint around it, take the masking tape off, and have a possibility of the cover plate sticking to the ceiling? Has that ever happened to you? Yeah, I bet you it has. Or, you know, once you put this on, to adjust it, you can slide it around in place. Well, if you paint it and mask it in place, maybe it's not exactly where you want it. You want to move it later and you've changed the color or the sheen of your ceiling paint, and now all of a sudden you see, oh man, now I have to paint around it. Why didn't I just take that off like Joe showed me how? I think I even made a video on how to take these out, but it's very simple. As you pull down on it, it's connected on these, so all you have to do is reach down, reach up there and kind of pull this down a little bit, and then reach up in there, and then you pinch these together with your fingers like that, and you get them out of two little slots up there. And then as you get it up there, you get the other one, and as you push it up, it just lifts and tightens right up into place. And you know what? If you ever get one of these that is broken, you think, oh, this is broken, now I have to replace the whole fan because I can't get the right cover plate for it. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'll just replace the fan, cut it out bigger, and crawl up there in the attic and all that. Sometimes you can get these. You can get a separate one of these, and you know, you just undo it right there. If you move that just a little bit, this will click out of there, okay? Or, you know, maybe you just get one of these at the store. Maybe you can't get it at a regular hardware store. You may have to go to a wholesale house, an air conditioning wholesale house, or an electrical wholesale house that sells stuff, and maybe they might have one of these, or they may have to order it for you. And that might be easier than looking all around and trying to find an actual cover that matches your exact one, because not all covers are the same size. Does size matter? Absolutely. So in some cases, but before I put this up, since I got it down, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it. And if you're not doing a repaint, you might want to check that out and clean these out every once in a while, because they could be full of lint. This one looks pretty good. So it looks like maybe they cleaned it before, you know, but lots of times, like in bathrooms or utility rooms, kind of where your washer and dryer are, this thing could be full of lint and stuff, and it might get caught up there in your fan or in your housing or whatever, and you want to clean those out. So periodically you can get up there and take that cover down, clean that off, and just make things look a little more sanitized around your home. What do you think? Even though this looks pretty clean, I'm just gonna take my brush, and I'm going to brush around a little bit on it, and I'm taking my simple green. Oh yeah, that's my cleaner that I use for just about everything. Then I can get in there, and you'll be surprised how well simple green works for stuff. It just is really good stuff. I use that for everything that I clean. I first tried using simple green before anything. And if that doesn't get it, I'll figure something else out. Most of the time, by Joe, I can get stuff clean, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through my little process. Geez, I think I need a new sponge. Some of that blue is getting off on my, look at that. Psych. When you get done using sponges for in your kitchen. Before you throw them away, I always save one or two for doing cleaning and stuff. That's where I get my sponges from. I don't buy new ones, forget that. Recycle, reuse, whatever it is you can. I don't like spending money if I don't have to. I'm sure you don't either, right? I was going to let this dry before I put it up there, but I'm just going to dry some of it off as best I can before I get up there. Okay, I got to get my ladder and I'll show you how simple it is to install that fan cover. You go to Home Depot and Lowe's and Sears and different places, and you see stuff like this. They had these. They had like a gray color, white. You know, obviously white is the most common one. And we even had them put a pan underneath it. These pans don't cost very much. Most washing machines don't have this pan, but you can get a little plastic pan like this in case it starts leaking or something. You see it dripping over there. At least the idea is that maybe you'll see that there's water in there before it gets onto your floor and you've got an issue. You can call a service repair guy out here or something. But anyways, I'm going to end up putting trim, the trim covers, the light lenses on these on a separate video. I got that. I've got some in the, I don't know. I forget if I have some in the garage to do. Actually, see, there was a trim one up there, and I was going to take that down before the painters got in here. They painted the entire garage, and they put masking tape around this and paper and all that, and I thought, you know, there's no way they're going to get up tight. Obviously, I know that they didn't get perfect up there, but it was the same color, so I'm not going to mess with that. But you know, for a good job, I would always recommend taking those covers off before you start painting. That way you can cut it in properly before your roller and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but anyways, I had some other ones. I got to put some other ones up later. Have you ever seen ones like this? They got little clips on them. And then I got 3 of these light lens covers to put up, and they all go up slightly different. See, this one here's got a lip all the way down the edge, and these here don't have a lip around them. See, they only have this little funky clip, and there's just one little thing, and that's it, no lip. What's that all about? Well, if you want to watch that later, you can check out some of my other videos. Everything that I'm going to end up doing on this house, you know, I always want to make a video of it. Here's something I'll probably make a video of another time. See how that plug's pushed into the wall? What's causing that? Well, I'm not going to mess with it now, and I wouldn't ever recommend working on a electrical outlet that is not turned off with the power. So I'm going to have to turn that off, and then I'll pull that apart and get it all lined up. That's kind of an eyesore. That's my pet peeve, making sure your cover plates are flush. Everything should be flush. You know what I mean? Even your light switches, this edge should be flush all the way around. And I'm going to end up checking these and see how dirty these are. Right there, right there, right there. Just all this. I'm going to end up cleaning all that stuff. Here's a crack on the cover plate. I got to fix that. I don't want to caulk that. I'll probably end up replacing it. Or I could take this cover plate and flip it upside down so that the crack's right there, and then put a little dab of caulking there so that you don't see underneath instead of on top, let's say. But anything I do, I've got to put this exhaust fan cover plate up, and there it is up there, and I ended up taking that down. And I'll probably talk about an exhaust fan, I call them fart fans, like in the bathroom. This is an exhaust fan. And I'll give you some tips that maybe you don't know about on replacing a fan up there, you know, way up in there. It's like, how on earth would you do that? You know, well, I got a few little ideas for you, and I'll talk about that when I get ready to install this on a different video. And just different things. You have to just keep watching my channel. Whatever comes up, I'll talk to you about, okay? Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Where was I?